Working careers for the YAYA demographic have undergone a metamorphosis. Our job is to show how so that you can better recruit these budding professionals to join your team.
There's no doubt this has undergone a dramatic digital transformation over the past year. Office meetings have turned into video calls. Sold out stadiums that were once packed with fans are now filled with cardboard cutouts. And instead of sprinting halfway across campus, students can just roll out of bed and log into their lectures. But even in the wake of uncertainty and a shifting professional environment, employers have a unique opportunity to connect with and change with the IA workforce.
YAYA individuals are in a transitional life stage. These 18 to 24-year-olds are living on their own for the first time ever, attending colleges and trade schools in new places, entering the workforce, and discovering who they are and who they want to become. They're going through a metamorphosis.
But while YAYA professionals were spreading their wings and just starting their careers, COVID 19 hit, changing and disrupting the traditional workforce that they had briefly come to know.
Pandemonium ensued, causing nearly a quarter of these freshly independent YAYA individuals to move back home. The YAYA workforce went from living on their own to crawling back to their childhood bedrooms. Compared to other age groups, it's clear that the YAYA demographic experienced the most disruption in their careers. In fact, the Bureau of Labor Statistics reported that YAYA unemployment rates increased the most over the past year, rising by 21% for 18 to 19-year-olds and 17% for 20 to 24-year-olds. Even though these numbers have since improved, they still remain significantly higher than pre-pandemic levels.
Even those who kept their jobs experienced disruption due to their careers shifting from in person to virtual. And despite being digital natives, 82% of YAYA respondents still reported that they missed something about in person work.
Though YAYA professionals easily navigate virtual life, the switch to a hybrid workplace shouldn't erase what they value the most: in person connection, which was ranked as their top workplace communication preference. When asked what they miss most about the in person workplace, more than a third of YAYA individuals miss working alongside coworkers, nearly a quarter miss the sense of community, and others miss social events, regular feedback, and casual water cooler talk. Despite the switch to a virtual workplace, IBM has kept this sense of connection and community alive through its work from home pledge. The pledge commits IBM's employees to supporting one another with daily chores like picking up and delivering groceries or watching the kids for a night.
As a result of these sweeping workplace changes, 65% of YAYA respondents agree to some extent that they feel uncertain about the future of the job market. On top of that, 57% of YAYA individuals associate negative emotions with the job search process. When breaking that statistic down further, 40% of respondents said stress, 11% said worry, 6% said fear, with other write-ins including tedium, anxiety, and feeling drained.
The disruptive events of the past year have led 64% of YAYA respondents to agree that they're feeling burnt out. Nearly 40% of YAYA professionals agree to some extent that they changed their career path due to COVID 19, with over 40% also agreeing to some extent that COVID 19 has made them choose a more practical career rather than pursuing a passion.
Despite the undeniable disruption caused by COVID 19, throwing their lives and careers into disarray, YAYA professionals are redefining resilience and adapting to the new virtual workplace. Surprisingly, 63% of YAYA respondents agree to some extent that they feel optimistic about the future of the job market, proving just how resourceful and adaptable these professionals are, even in times of uncertainty.
Speaking of being adaptable, YAYA individuals didn't let the absence of traditional jobs stop them from pursuing work. Nearly 2 out of 3 respondents said that they have an active side hustle, with 32% doing so to have extra spending money, 28% to earn income towards a goal, 23% to pay their bills, and 15% to monetize a passion.
Even though their lives and careers were thrown off balance, the YAYA demographic found ways to adapt to this changing workforce while also preserving their personal happiness. At the end of the day, 60% of YAYA professionals disagree that COVID 19 affected pursuing their passion. a true testament to their grit and resilience during a dramatic year of change.
YAYA professionals are also finding ways to turn over a new leaf in the workplace. When it comes to being promoted, this demographic wants to walk the bridge, then climb the ladder. YAYA employees will gravitate toward companies that provide them with opportunities to learn, grow, and ultimately transform, both horizontally by learning new roles within the company and vertically through climbing the ranks.
Our primary data revealed that nearly 8 out of 10 YAYA employees agree that it is important to experience a variety of roles at work. Their desire to take on new jobs and learn the ins and outs of a company proves just how willing YAYA individuals are to grow, both personally and professionally. Edelman offers a unique rotational program and sends its top performers to live, work, and learn about a different professional role in another country for up to 18 months. Employers should implement regular learning about various roles and the company so that employees can be hired internally without lowering productivity.
It's no surprise that the YAYA demographic has been called the most self-motivated age group ever. Top factors that motivate the YAYA workforce to get out of bed in the morning include learning, future careers, and new opportunities, according to an eHearsay Journal report.
Receiving recognition for their hard work is also a huge motivator for YAYA professionals, as 83% of respondents said that they would like to receive some kind of affirmation for a job well done. 39% prefer new roles or responsibilities, praise from a boss or coworker, and opportunities for promotion. All three of these top reward preferences are key to motivating and affirming YAYA employees as they evolve and progress in their careers.
Simply put, the YAYA demographic values building relationships with their coworkers, working toward achieving milestones or advancement, and advocating for something they believe in. Speaking of what they believe in, nearly 80% of YAYA respondents agree to some extent that it is important to work for a company that values corporate social responsibility. And the same percentage of respondents would change jobs if their employer's values don't fit with their own.
The YAYA workforce use diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts as a requirement, according to Deloitte. These professionals expect companies to take a transparent, data-driven approach to DEI, which means setting, communicating, and measuring quantitative goals related to hiring and promoting minority employees within the organization.
The YAYA workforce is tired of lip service. Google claims it's all about diversity, equity, and inclusion, but beneath the surface, it's a different story. Google's security team disproportionately checked Black and Latino workers' IDs around campus, making them feel as if they didn't belong. Google failed to create the safe and open space for conversation and change necessary for all workplaces.
Employers should not tokenize their minority employees to gain DEI credibility, as the YAYA demographic will see through that and will not want to work with you. Some companies are already doing a great job, though. For instance, L'Oreal has a variety of employee think tanks, such as one for women of color, in order to create a welcoming environment. Companies like Apple and Microsoft pay employees $25 an hour for volunteering, and Patagonia even provides select employees free travel to volunteer on mission trips in third world countries.
If employers won't change, YAYA professionals will. 69% of respondents agree that they would walk away from a job offer if a company didn't actively support diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts, proving that empty promises lead to empty offices.
As digital natives, YAYA individuals have the potential to thrive within an efficient virtual workplace. When meeting in person isn't an option, they prefer email than text.
Over half of YAYA individuals consider video chat to be a face-to-face interaction to some degree. However, for the sake of efficiency, this group would rather skip the synchronous Zoom call if it could have been relayed in an email. Because more than a quarter of respondents reported email as their favorite form of workplace communication, employers should take advantage of this whenever possible. Companies should also provide YAYA individuals with flexibility. Allow your employees to plan their own schedules and select the days that they want to be in person and virtual. For example, Netflix provides its employees with free range to work asynchronously without collecting work hours or vacation time.
All in all, the YAYA demographic is changing, and we've only scratched the surface. Our full report contains even more compelling facts about the YAYA workforce, so you can ultimately change with us.
We've spent the last several months analyzing the 18 to 24-year-old market, conducting a primary survey with over 700 respondents and compiling dozens of secondary research sources. Our 3-volume State of the YAYA report takes a deeper look at the trends transforming the YAYA demographics' attitudes towards things like politics and values, virtual life, and working careers in 2021. The State of the YAYA report is currently available to download. Scan the QR code now to access the ebooks. This officially concludes the 2021 State of the YAYA live webcast. Thank you so much for listening. Our Mojo ad staff is now open to your questions.